clean the lens here because I think it's... There you go. Okay. Well, we're not live. One person's here. Who's that? Chesky? Hey, Chesky. What's cooking? This is Ron Gura.
Morning.
People are here. Who's that? Nathan. Good morning. And David. David's a serial entrepreneur who's working at Siftech in Jerusalem.
Hey, David. What up?
And this is Melanie from Canada.
These guys are awesome.
Melanie is awesome. We connected here, and she's originally from Lebanon, correct? And she's like,
Great hummus up there.
She's like, I never got to know any Jewish people around or Israelis in my life. And on Meerkat, we've connected, and we're good buddies now. So that's really cool. Meerkat's like solving, like bringing world peace. Okay, so good morning, Melanie. Ben's here? No. Okay, so this is Ron, who I'll just give a quick intro. He's kind of a big deal. He's a big name in tech here in Israel, and he founded the Gifts Project, which was acquired by eBay. How long after you guys founded it?
18 months.
18 months. So he founded a company for social gifting, and then was acquired by eBay 18 months afterwards. Thanks for the retweet, man. So
What gotta do?
Give me just give me context in terms of the acquisition. What's public? Whatever you can say. Like, what were you acquired for? What year was it? We'll give you some context.
Well, it was September 2011. It was fun. We're a small team in Tel Aviv having fun. Strong partnership with eBay, and the best part was we got to transition into the Israel Innovation Center for eBay, an open shop for eBay Inc. in Tel Aviv, which was awesome.
So he started eBay Israel, which is now how many people?
Well, eBay Tel Aviv. We had the shopping.com acquisition and the fraud sciences acquisition, and eBay has been very acquisitive in Israel. If you include Magento...
I love that word, acquisitive.
Acquisitive.
That is a great word. I'm so using that word. Oh my God, that's a great word.
Are you an acquisitive guy?
That's an amazing word. I'm acquisitive. Noted.
So, we opened shop eBay Tel Aviv, and I stayed there as director for innovation and new ventures for like 3 years, and had fun.
Someone said, Chesky said he saw your Tel Aviv demo.
Wow, that was 2010.
Hardcore, Chesky, very impressive. Okay, so you were acquired by eBay. What's the numbers that you talked? Was it public?
Well, the reported amount was 30.
Cool. No, I'm not going to pry more than that. Okay, so you founded the eBay Tel Aviv, and now you said 500 people working there.
We got 500 people working for eBay Inc. in Israel total.
Okay, very cool. Okay, and now what are you doing now?
I joined Aleph as an EIR a few months ago.
Entrepreneur in residence, for those that don't know.
Entrepreneur in residence, Zamabite, and I'm having fun working with our portfolio companies.
So Aleph,
the deal flow.
Aleph, for those who don't know, is the first investor, right? Do they have investors before Aleph? Meerkat?
Meerkat, only the seed investors, so that's...
Okay, so they led Series A.
Aleph did the A round.
A round, okay. So Aleph was the A round lead investors in then Yevo, which then became Air, which then became Meerkat. Aleph is Michael Eisenberg, who is, I guess, kind of like a name, like a household name here in tech in Israel, just for like shopping and for Conduit. And what other investments did he make? What's his track record?
Seeking Alpha.
Wix. Wix is awesome.
A lot of other shopping.com.
Cool. Okay, and Eden, Michael's partner in Aleph, best known for Face.
Yeah, Face.com.
Face.com acquired by Facebook.
iTunes and a lot of
companies. He was invested in Anita?
Yeah, as Genesis.
Right. He was at Genesis before, right? Okay, so Anita's an interesting company. I would love to hear your thoughts about that. But anyway, so Michael and Eden, and he joined as entrepreneur residence, and basically they're a pretty unbelievable team. They're on Rothschild Boulevard, and they're making amazing investments. What are some investments you guys made that you can talk about?
Well, more known ones are Windward, which got some headlines 2 weeks ago for their awesome, massive B round, which is...
How much?
Another 11
million from Horizons Ventures, which is...
Horizons, very strategic investors for Windward, and these guys are growing rapidly, also close, nearby to Alex's office. Honeybook recently made some headlines with their B round in the US.
Was there 22?
22 million.
Oh man, I'm good. How the hell did I remember that?
That was good, yeah.
Wow.
Easy number, 11, 22. Maybe the next one's coming.
I have no idea how. You know how like sometimes you have something in your brain you don't even know how that's in there. Yeah. I have no idea how you do that.
Not a lot of 22s happening.
That is crazy. Okay.
A lot of 11s, not a lot of 22s.
22 is a nice round. Okay.
Honeybook's awesome company, and Oz and Amal really killing it.
What's Honeybooks in one sentence?
They're really, making the event space much more accessible. and empowering the small medium businesses. If it's the florist, if it's the DJ, if it's the event planner, just one-stop shop for everything they need. And they
Thanks, Uri,
literally move their business into Honeybook. It's so pretty to see that.
That's amazing. The event space is, I think, pretty interesting to watch. Valero is sitting here. I don't know if you know Valero. It's a cool company.
Yeah, sure. I think two great signals for a pain is cash and office documents, and Honeybook is doing both. So what I mean is, if you see someone paying someone with a check or cash, you should stop and ask, what? How comes that still happening?
Right.
Honeybook's doing that for the DJ, the rabbi, the event planner, whoever.
By the way, we're streaming this here on his phone.
Yeah,
totally meta. Yeah.
And the second thing is, if you see someone as a small, medium business professionally sending Word and Excel documents to each other every day, you need to stop again and ask, why?
WTF.
Don't you have a better system? So I guess in my mind, Honeybook nailed both of these very trivial pains for a huge industry. So it's not just events in terms of lifestyle, weddings, bar mitzvahs, and also corporate events, which are massive market in the US.
Right.
So very interesting company. Also, obviously, in Meerkat that you mentioned, WeWork. We're sitting right
we're in
now
WeWork right now.
The facilities.
$5 billion valuation.
The last one,
$5 billion,
I think, was reported around 5.
Amazing company. When I heard about Michael as investing early, just because I'm curious, I asked him. I was like, I mean, it's just a glorified real estate company. Why is this sexy to you? What's interesting about it? But boy, was I wrong. I mean, this is, now that I'm a WeWork member of the community, it is freaking, you walk into this place, the energy like hits you in the face. It's amazing what they're building here. And how many locations they have in New York? Like 15?
Every corner in New York. Adam is just on fire in New York, also globally. And here in Israel, you're feeling the community.
How many people from the Aleph portfolio were at TechCrunch Disrupt on stage? You had Adam, you had Ben. Was there anybody else that I'm forgetting?
I don't know. Yeah,
pretty impressive. Small little VC here in Tel Aviv, and they have
2 out of 8 is nice. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. Wait. So who else? Who are some other companies?
Nexar was, you'll hear more about.
Nexar. Pay attention to that name.
Few months and weeks.
Cool.
Iran was ER before me. Is doing something
Iran
very disruptive.
Led innovation at Yahoo, right? That was his
name? He sold Dapper to Yahoo and then led innovation and engineering there for a few years.
Was he replaced by Linat? Or is that a different role?
No, I don't think anyone specifically replaced him.
Okay, cool. And you also Freightos, right?
Freightos doing something completely disruptive for the containers. It's ridiculous how old school that industry is.
Let me see what some guy said. That's awesome. This guy turns tech, anything into gold. Melanie, yes, he's kind of a rock star. WeWork is all over New York City. Jeff, hey Jeff. Jeff is like number 2 on the Meerkat leaderboard. Jeff Goldberg. He's like lives on. Jeff, I would love to know what you do for a living.
Watch out, Madonna.
Dude. This guy's. Go look at the leaderboard. It's crazy. He's all over the place. And I always appreciate your shout-outs, Jeff, so thank you for that. Okay, just tell me Freightos. By the way, Freightos. Is it Freightos or Freightos? It's
the meaning is freight operating system, but it's Freightos.
Because they changed I know because I wrote about them last week on the street. It said Freight OS, and Eitan told me change it to lowercase.
Yeah, I think they just say Freightos right now. They're doing something very disruptive for the container industry and shipping, and 90% of what you see around us right now was at some point in a container.
Right.
And it still takes like 3-4 days to get a legit price quote.
Those are the most exciting companies to me. The companies are taking things like cracks at really primitive, undisrupted, untapped industries. By the way, guys, just letting you know, we don't have that much time. He has to leave soon. So if you have any questions for someone who's built a company and got acquired by eBay within 18 months, you said, ask questions in the comments. But give me some other investments meanwhile.
Kolu is a very exciting company.
Who?
Kolu. It's a
Never heard of them.
Relatively earlier stage investment we've made and announced a few months ago. It's in the blockchain space, also sometimes referenced as Bitcoin 2.0.
Oh, you're investing? I didn't realize that.
It's a very exciting team. They also won the internal Aleph bounty for the Bitcoin competition.
Cool.
eToro veterans
Interesting.
Came out and building something very massive.
What do you think of Bitcoin, by the way? I'm just curious, as an entrepreneur.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah?
I think you just mentioned, disrupting a huge industry. So
right.
Regardless to being, speculative about the currency, if it's even a currency, it's the blockchain, is the underlying technology behind Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually the first implementation of the blockchain. And that global ledger is so much more interesting, so much more disruptive to escrow and IBANs and lawyers and banks and housing and anything that you write on a ledger today should be on that blockchain.
What's the name of the guy? I forgot the name right now. He might be watching, or he'll watch this afterwards and he'll be offended I forgot his name. But he's a tall guy. He was very into Bitcoin in Israel. Like one of the, not Nimrod, it was another guy. He was at the Junction, I think. I met him at the Junction. He basically explained to me about Bitcoin. He blew my mind. Like, he just blew my mind.
A lot of very active.
There's one guy who's like the
big
main
active community in Israel, and it's I think Israel and Singapore and a lot of other innovative small countries are perfectly positioned to innovate.
Jeff wrote, he's number 7 on the leaderboard, and I work as a marketing consultant for startups. Just have one client, 10, 15 hours per week, so plenty of time to invest in live streaming. Sweet. Melanie wrote,
live streaming.
Melanie wrote, what project will interest you these days? And Jacob Nair David, who's CEO and now works at McKinsey, said good morning. But what somebody's asking, Amir? What's Amir? Alicia Amir?
I guess something, I mean, we talked about it a little bit before, something that I'll go bananas about if I see it. He's someone who's building an app for the working class hero. And by that I mean not just for the lifestyle hours, but actually for the working hours. So if you're working at something that is not a high income, like a blue collar working class hero in the US, let's say, your expectations for on-demand and technology and immediate satisfactions are so high because you're using Uber and Netflix and Yahoo Weather and, I don't know, stocks and or even just Spotify or Waze.
And you come into work.
So you use all these apps in the morning, and then you come into work, and you use no software that is designated for you.
Right.
And then you go to a lunch break or toilet break, and you use Instagram or WhatsApp, and then again, MS-DOS.
I kid you not, by the way, just letting you know, that is the reason this company is called Zula. Because a concept, literally, Jacob can confirm, the concept was, you go home for the weekend, you're on WhatsApp, you come back to work, you're like, Outlook?
Really?
Like, no, be in your Zula at work. Right? Be comfortable. That was literally how we came up with the idea. But
and
anyway.
Everyone deserves that, not just
it's
tech.
crazy.
And then you go back home, and again, you check out Google Maps, you use OpenTable or Meerkat, hopefully, and Instagram and WhatsApp. Or
at work, you're like totally
Kindle.
low tech. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's changed in the last 2 years is the blue collar has the same expectations as the high income. Because they used to be just, we don't deserve all these.
It's democratized. Anybody can access this stuff. Yeah, it's
exactly.
Someone asked here.
Everyone are using Waze and Spot and iTunes, and you don't need to have.
What was the turning point for the gift project? Someone asked.
I guess 2 things. One of them is we were very fortunate to have eBay as our first client doing B2B. It's not trivial for a small company.
How did you nail that? Someone's asking. How did you get eBay as your first customer?
I guess like every good partnership, you need a very strong champion. And we had a very, very strong champion within the company. We approached him.
How did you get that? Just relationship building?
Yeah, our investors helped out with that.
Who are your investors?
Our seed investors were my brother and Yossi Valdi.
Oh, well, Yossi Valdi could do that. If anyone can do it, Yossi Valdi can.
Yeah, and later on, Gemini and Index.
Oh, sweet. So you guys nailed the investor side of things.
Yeah, we got a lot of support, and then so having eBay as a reference point, and then you can close out.
Hello from Turkey. I love that we're sitting in Tel Aviv, live streaming about innovation.
I'd love to be in Turkey right now. Great food, great vibes.
I don't think Turkey would love you to be there right now, but
no, they love us. Seriously.
Did they?
We just hosted the guys from Coca-Cola from Turkey last week. They opened the Bridge Accelerator. I think it's very cool. You can go. The second thing was there was a big social commerce hype for good or for worse. Everyone were waiting to see what Facebook will do with all these e-commerce and retail companies and how those can marry together. So writing that in 2009, 2010 was the right thing to do.
There's a guy here, Mitch Schneider, who's a neighbor of mine who has a startup. It's not, I wouldn't call it e-commerce, but in the shopping space. You know, like, again, talking about another industry that hasn't been disrupted. Supermarkets. Right. What do you think of these? There are a lot of apps out there. What do you think? Shopping in general, grocery shopping, is that something that you think will be disrupted?
Well, obviously, grocery is one of those impulse mission shopping you do all the time. It's the definition of mission shopping. You see husbands literally walking the aisle with a note. It's mission shopping.
I use SMS, but I'm high tech.
What a lot of the e-commerce companies are trying to do is combining discovery and mission shopping. Discovery is Pinterest and House and Fancy, and on this left hand you got eBay and Amazon and Walmart. And these guys, as big as they might be, people come in and they use the search bar. I know what I want. I want iPhone 6.
Right.
They type in the search bar. You try to convince them with all the banners and homepage, but they just go straight to the search bar. And the other companies, House and Pinterest, have this amazing
House,
traction.
amazing company.
Kicking ass.
Oh my God, they're amazing. They're Israeli, right? Originally.
Israeli couple.
But they're
I
not.
actually met Alon at eBay when he was still working there.
Amazing.
He took me to Hooters for lunch.
Oh, come on, there are children here, man.
I kid you not. And it was the closest place to eBay campus, to his defense. And he told me he's going to leave the company and open this thing for home decor. I was like, complete puzzlement. Like, what? I don't get it. What are you gonna do? Like, it's gonna have sleek design. A lot of designers are gonna have a network effect. And he's right. He and his wife together are doing such a.
Let's read some of the comments here. Hello from Turkey. Hey.
Kudos to Oren for
Peace,
Turkey.
Turkey.
For spotting them very early.
It's amazing. Hello from Turkey. I need an app to take my product world of natural beauty to the next level with the fun game marketing. Piggybacking is an awesome growth hack. What does Yossi Vardi think about you at Aleph? Ooh,
it's a good question.
Talia asked that.
Talia, you should ask Yossi.
Talia.
Yossi is a great guy. He's doing a lot of great stuff for the ecosystem for years. And, as someone who's can definitely rest for years now, he's working so hard and has the intensity cycles we can all wish for.
That guy's amazing.
When we
hello from San Francisco. How are you? Hello from California. Who else here? What industry is yet to be disrupted? Oh man, there are too many. Whenever you get to a good question, I lose connection. Jacob, the connection here at WeWork is insanely fast, so it's your connection, not ours. I just want to know what Rona's going to innovate when he becomes a dad.
I'm actually going to become a dad every minute. There's a 10% chance it will happen during this broadcast
today
right now.
Is his wife's due date.
This is the due date. This is happening. So
Shalom from New York. Peace to New York. I miss New York.
So this is going to be my firstborn. Baby daughter. Hopefully we'll get the looks from my wife.
Could this be the first live Meerkat? Like, you're going to get a call right now that your wife's in labor and it will be live.
I'm planning the first Meerkat live birth. So that's going to be for more adults.
Are you now on the blacklist? Talia, you're causing trouble this morning, aren't you?
I deny knowing anything about a blacklist.
A blacklist. Hello from WeWork Herzliya. Anyway, guys, listen, we're over time because Ron has to leave right now, but this was a lot of fun. And at 10:30, I am meeting Amir Mizrach from the Wall Street Journal, who runs, I think, all of Europe. Yeah, so I will definitely, assuming he agrees, interview him on Meerkat for sure. So if you're in the U.S., it's very, very late, but I suggest you stay up for this interview. Might not be as good as this one, but it'll be good.
Someone's Meerkatting our Meerkat from outside.
Someone's taking a picture. That's funny. But congratulations. That's awesome. Live birth, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you should probably speak to your wife and make sure she's okay. But anyway, thanks a lot for this interview. This was a lot of fun. I just want to say, I said to Ron when he came into the office, the only thing that's more difficult than achieving world peace was making this meeting. Like, honestly, I think we had 30 different dates thrown out. Like, no, I can't that day, he can't that day. It was fun. But anyway, I'm really happy we got to meet, and you're getting my comments delayed. Yeah, there's a delay. I'm noticing. If you notice here, I'm looking at this, there is a delay. Like, if you look at, it's kind of
we want it.
What do they talk about what the delay? I mean, there has to be a delay always. It's never going to be really real time.
Ideally, it's going to be very, very close to time. If you're using LTE on both phones, you'll experience very good, sleek experience.
Why does everyone in Israel have an American accent? Not everyone in Israel has an American accent, but you happen to be, we're talking to people in tech, so people in tech speak English. Say hi to Israel. I miss the country. Come visit.
Do aliyah.
Yeah, come to Israel. Come visit. All right, dude.
Thank you. Another meeting.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Have a great day.
And say goodbye. I'll say goodbye to Ron now. Hold on a second.